Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
If you're looking for a new job anytime soon, beware. They might be kind of going at a different angle when they're trying to hire you.
They don't think they're stupid, so they came in to apply. We're trying to weed out the people that do come in. We hired one last week, lasted 3 days. And repeatedly, get off your cell phone. You've got dogs to watch. At least be as smart as I am.
So the controversy is that this guy is putting out a sign, and in his ads, they're saying, now hiring non-stupid people.
Yes. So if you apply, you're insinuating that you don't feel like you're stupid. So you got to prove it, you know, like you got to get on the job and do the job.
If, I'm not asking you to name names, but where we work currently.
This is dangerous.
If we were to put out an IQ test.
Yeah.
And if you didn't score a certain number that made you like legally stupid, you had to lose your job, how many people would purge today? Just give me a percentage of this company.
A percentage? I'll just say like 1%.
No.
Yeah, because maybe 1% in my mind stands for 4 or 5 people.
No, I'm a clear dozen people that work for this company would have to go today.
I'm sure daily they think about maybe doing without you and I, and that's fine. I got backup plans.
I can always go back to Chippendales. I don't want to do it again because I have kids, but I can go back to that in a heartbeat. But I'm just telling you, some people do their assigned job very well, but they're not smart. And they can serve a function in your company. But if you had to pass a smart test, how many people would have to go? I'm saying at least a dozen people out of this company.
Really? A dozen people? I don't know if I would say a dozen people. I would just say a small handful come to mind right away. I
would bet you if you'd had the equivalent of an SAT or an ACT, and you had to, like, even on your ACT, if you had to score 18 or above, we'd lose half our workforce.
Really?
Guaranteed.
Well, yeah. I mean, how many have been removed from a learned...
Doesn't matter. You're telling me you still can't do simple math?
Well, they could do simple math.
Nope.
Sales math all the time. We do math over here with counting.
Nope.
I don't.
We would lose the majority of the people you hear on the radio.
I probably wouldn't score very well. I'm not a test taker.
Oh, God. Those excuses. I don't do well taking tests.
You know where I think I win?
Get the hell out of here.
Street smarts will always trump book smarts because you can get your way around. You can get yourself through life. The book smart people, they're awkward. They make people feel awkward. And maybe we just put you in a cubicle all day. You'll probably thrive there.
Don't tell doctors this.
I know a lot of really cool doctors that have
super
street smart and book smarts.
I know, but I'm not telling. Don't take away book smarts. That's what makes the world go round, man.
All right. Well, I want to know who at your work is just strange
or different,
or different. And we don't want where you work. We don't want names, but what makes them so strange? What makes them just a little bit off?
Hey, Brian, tell me about this guy that you work with.
I work with a guy. He's an EMT. He has a glorious mullet, like thick, luscious, big. Yeah. And the funny part about it is, though, so you call 911, you're expecting to get these people, and here comes this guy, and he's not a little guy. He's about 6'3", 6'4", close to 250, 300 pounds.
But he knows
with
his
this
stuff.
big mullet coming to help you.
Save your life.
He wanted to chop it off, but we told him not to.
Yeah, no, don't ever chop that thing off.
If that makes him less capable of helping me or delivering CPR to somebody that needs it, then you
if I fall down the stairs, I got a broken leg, and I have to call the ambulance, I want, dude, and what's that guy with the mullet's name? What's it going to be? It's going to be Kyle.
Daryl.
Right? Kyle.
Daryl.
We were talking a couple seconds ago about the guy that put out the now hiring non-stupid people sign, and everybody's kind of dogging on him, but he's like, I'm just looking for not stupid people to work for me.
Right. Is that all? Like, I don't think it is a tough thing to ask for. Like, if you are going to be hired, stay off your phone. If that is a requirement, just do your job. Kind of
got us talking about like odd things at the workplace. And Shonda's been waiting to tell us about this. Her husband works at a place where some of the people are starting to identify as animals at his workplace. And so my question for you is, if Kat and I work there, like what animals would we be, Shonda?
Oh, gosh.
Maybe a snake.
Put me on the spot here.
A snake? No, not a snake.
What about JJ? Think of the angriest animal out there.
I would probably be a mongoose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking gorilla for JJ.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. All right.
With a big gray butt.
Let's get. At least I'm not the red butt one. All right. So Kat would be what? She'd be more of like a stupidosaurus.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's rude.
But you're laughing. Hey, good morning. It's Kat and JJ. I really appreciate you letting us be part of your morning. Got this text earlier from Alex, and man, I appreciate you holding here for a second so we can get you on the show. I understand that some things are gone a little awry. How are things like as you're sitting right now?
It's worse than like I ever thought it would be in my marriage. Normally I'm not home during the day, but last Friday I was, and I grabbed the mail, and in it I saw this credit card bill that I didn't recognize. And even more concerning, it was made out to my wife.
So in the beginning of this conversation, I thought you were going to say, I'm normally not at home during the day. I walk in, my wife's with somebody. Is this worse than if you were cheated on?
Well, yeah, I think so. Like, initially I thought she was cheating, and that's why she had this, like, secret card.
Yeah.
But it's worse than cheating because when I opened the bill, it turns out, like, she's got like some sort of chronic shopping problem and has racked up literally thousands of dollars in debt buying clothes.
Oh my God. Have you noticed like an influx in clothing in her side of the closet? Like, wouldn't you see that she had new clothes on all the time?
I leave for work pretty early in the morning. She does she has a few closets, and I've never really taken inventory until I saw this bill, and I don't know how new these clothes are, but I mean, this has been going on for years, and she's just been making minimum payments.
Yeah.
So the amount that is owed is literally more than she makes in a year.
Oh my God. Whoa. So we're over maybe 20,000, 30,000.
I don't even want to say because it makes my stomach hurt just thinking about it.
Wow.
But yeah. No, it's serious.
You're at a point now where you got to have this conversation, right?
One, I have to have the conversation. Two, we have to destroy this card because she can't continue at this rate.
Yep. So how are you going to approach her with this? This is, you have every right to be angry, by the way. This is a bad secret. Anything that has to do with financials and, now you're going to have to sit there and pay off all this debt when you could be saving for a fun vacation or retirement. How are you going to talk to her about this?
Well, that's what initially I was so angry, I knew I just couldn't bring it up. But I mean, if she has a problem, I'm happy. We'll get help. I mean, I love her, and I want her to be happy, and I want her to have nice things. But the amount of money that's owed, we have to take a pause on that. I'm willing to sacrifice to get it paid off.
Yeah.
But we just can't continue like this. And if there is a problem, we have to address it because it's just unfair to our family.
Yeah. I agree. And furthermore, you got to trust her in the future, thinking that you're going to be watching every trip back from an errand that she runs, So maybe we'll put you on hold or hang up with you and turn up the radio and let's see if people have some advice as to how to approach her.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to stand on counseling because I blew up about it.
Oh, makes sense. Talking about Alex, who had called, he texted us really early this morning saying, "Guys, I need your help," and found out when he stayed home from work last Friday that his wife has secretly opened a charge account, racked up tens of thousands of dollars shopping. So
you really can't do this overnight. So the fact that she has been shopping, maybe hiding bags, maybe hanging things up right away so he can't see that there were new clothes purchased, that I think would hurt the most. That every single day she's making that decision to rack up even more debt.
Did you see Lisa's text? She said this could be a way that she's dealing with an underlying issue like anxiety, depression, or loneliness.
Yeah.
A lot of people who silently suffer find unhealthy outlets to feel better.
Well, obviously we see the spiral because now it could lead to divorce. And then how much more depression and anxiety are you going to have there?
I feel like that's not going to happen just because he was level-headed enough to not blow up at her all weekend.
Yeah.
And then to hit us up today, kind of looking for some advice. I appreciate that. Derek, how you feeling today, man?
Good.
Good. Advice on the situation? How would you handle it, man?
Well, I actually went through this exact same thing here about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And my advice to him is to be open and honest with each other because I wasn't.
Okay.
And now I'm separated.
Tell me about the I wasn't part. Like, what do you mean you weren't open and honest about it? Like, how did you feel like you handled it the wrong way?
Yeah, I did. I didn't address it openly with her. I knew about it, but I didn't say anything about it.
Oh.
And before I knew it, there was over $30,000 in debt.
Why didn't you say something, man? I mean,
$30,000.
You didn't feel like it was your spot, or you didn't want to make her feel bad? Like, there had to be a reason you didn't say something, right?
Well, part of it was maybe I felt a little bit guilty because I wasn't making enough money.
Oh.
Okay, so you were thinking she was making up for the lack of cash that you guys had in your account by spending cash you don't have?
Exactly.
It's amazing how the mind works like that, right? It'll work against you, huh?
Yep. And I knew about some of it. I didn't know about all of it, but it just, by the time I find out about all of it,
yeah,
I was going through something else at work and everything else. And when I addressed it wrong. And
if you could go back, I know we can't go back, but if you could go back, what would you say when you first found out about it? How would you address it?
I guess I don't really know how I would address it, but you got to be open and honest with it and try and figure out a way to get the debt paid off.
Yeah.
And both of you need to work together to get it paid off, because if I would have done that, I think things would have been a whole lot different. We maybe could have worked the debt down to the point where, we could manage it better.
Sure.
Do you think you would have helped her work the debt down but still kind of had that
resentment?
Resentment,
yeah, good word.
I think that, I don't know, maybe a little bit, but I think that if we would have worked together, we could have solved it together, which would have been an accomplishment instead of, I handled it by getting really angry and she left.
Yeah.
It's a guy's way of doing things, man. I don't blame you. I think, lesson learned, obviously, in hindsight. I appreciate you calling. Your advice is going to be wealthy this morning. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Thank you.
Take care. Appreciate it.
Have some info. This is from Michelle. Minnesota is not a community property state. As long as his name isn't on the debt, he's not responsible for it. Even if she died, he wouldn't have to pay that back. It happened to her dad when her mom died. She had a bunch of credit cards that he didn't know about.
Oh, no.
The only one he had to pay was the one she opened in his name. That's really scary. And I don't know if that's is that forgivable? Because now you're setting somebody else up and putting them in the line of fire. Like your name on it, whatever, we can deal with that. But you doing that to me?
I think if I had to put a bow on all of this, most people are saying address it calmly, address it head on, find a moment of honesty, and get this out and air it out. So we'll pass all that stuff on to Alex. Thank you guys for your input.
What's trending?
All right, what's trending today,
Kat? We're going to make it through it. Okay, we were listening to this before the show. It really made us feel a certain way. This is a video that's gone viral of a white woman, a bridesmaid, and she was doing this cringe-worthy wedding speech, and I don't know, we might have to cut it off.
Well, here's what you also have to know, is that if I'm correct, this is a black and white couple, right? A biracial couple?
Correct.
Yeah, and this is the speech she's giving at the wedding.
Till death do us part, Anthony. Seriously. You better take care of my girl. Because if you don't, I know where you live. Just kidding. I'm not going to be racist, you guys. I'm just saying, okay?
Oh, no.
I'm going to be racist, okay? No. Just kidding. Of course, you guys are going to get the interracial couples. Oh my God. No, seriously.
I just, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Bless you.
Whoa.
So this is why we write out our speeches. This is why we stick with a cute little story from college. You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell she was feeling so embarrassed and then, or like nervous to talk in front of people. And then the train got off the tracks right quick. And now she is just everywhere.
Here's a tip. If you ever utter the words not to be racist, whatever you're about to say next is probably at least a shade racist.
Yeah.
So then you go, no, I'm going to keep that as an inside thought.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to form it in a better way that doesn't involve race.
Oh, my God. The little girl in front listening The face she gives the mom next to her, like, oh my God, what is happening?
That's the third time I listened to that this morning, and it is...
Oh, it makes me feel hot inside. So listen, if you have a wedding coming up and you are responsible for delivering a message to the masses, make sure it's cute, make sure it is in good taste.
Or say, hey, not this time.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here and
I'm not
eat
a
my salad.
public speaker.
Yeah, this isn't my jam.
And that is what's trending.
Radio Paparazzi.
The former nanny of Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde is doing a sit-down. So before we said if she's not going to gain anything like money-wise from this, she's telling the truth. And she might be telling the truth, but now she's getting some money for it.
He was reading all of her messages. I walked upstairs and Jason was bawling his heart out. He was just crying really hard and saying, she left us. I'm going to do everything to win her back. But she said, I kissed Harry at the dinner in Palm Springs. I kissed him. I put the first move on him. And I'm so nervous because he hasn't said anything. At this point, Jason said, you know what? She's just acting so desperate, throwing herself at Harry.
I don't know if she's lying. She might be telling the truth. She might be one of those people that just can't hold secrets in. But after all of that, he walked around the house with what? That's coming up with the next Radio Paparazzi and more from her interview. All right, Post Malone. I think that he is just a huge teddy bear that likes to smoke pot. I think that he is one of the coolest guys out there. He got to do a gender reveal at his concert in Tulsa.
What is it? You got it?
He's so excited.
Thank you so much. You're going to be a girl dad.
Oh, you're going to be a girl dad. I like him.
Only big teddy bears say stuff like that. You're going to be a girl dad. That's so cute. Millie Bobby Brown. Can somebody explain to me, Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown, 18 years old, how she and Mariah Carey are best friends? They hang almost every day.
She's a mum at the end of the day. You know, she's an amazing mum as well. So, she's usually just in her PJs. I mean, they're beautiful PJs. Don't get me wrong. But they're PJs, yeah. Because she sings so much and so often, she is one of the busiest women ever. She obviously has her own studio. And to be able to watch her sing, again, I mean, it's like having a mini Mariah concert all day long.
What a lucky gal. Just to sit there and have her sing to you privately all the time.
Mimi, what you doing today? You want to hang? Okay, no problem.
Sure. Blowing out their candles today, Jenny McCarthy is 50, Sophie B. Hawkins is 58, and Anthony Kiedis is 60 today.
Is that some fried rice?
This is cauliflower and veggie rice.
That smells delicious.
It is. It's got edamame, some carrots. We have some yellow bell peppers, chicken and red bell peppers, and green onions, and cauliflower.
Such a popular breakfast choice, too. I'm very proud of you. Who eats cauliflower rice?
I am clean eating like
for
you
breakfast?
are. Am I giving you crap?
No, you can't. Well, I mean, you're going to give me crap for drinking my water?
I don't know. Whatever. I can't do anything right.
I just said it smelled great.
If I had a bomb burrito, it would be bad.
No.
If I had a Pop-Tart, it would be bad.
I'll tell you this much. You were a lot happier eating bomb burritos.
I was a lot happier.
You were a lot more pleasant to be around. We need to go back to that. Patty, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Nothing.
Air. Oh, that sounds healthy.
Coffee.
How about cauliflower rice with edamame and a bunch of other stuff?
You're
right.
Yuck. Patty cakes.
No way. I've never had it. I don't know.
Do you feel how aggressive and just like ill-mannered she is when she doesn't have things like a bomb burrito
but
for
I
breakfast?
feel like I'm pushed to that point. Like, I can't do anything right in here, Patty. I can't make healthy choices for my body because then it's bad.
You're eating an apple.
I always eat healthy.
Apple.
I always eat healthy, Patty. Always.
Well, that's good.
Hey, don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. Do not encourage her to have a better life, Patty. That's not what we're here for right now. We're here to give you free money with high, low. Thanks to our friends at Key of St. Cloud. Kat, the envelope, please.
Yes.
Reach around your cauliflower rice.
I can do that because it's just a tiny bowl, good portion. And I'm ready.
All right, there's a dollar amount sitting in front of Kat. Your objective, Patty, is to figure out how much money is sitting in front of her. We'll give you 15 seconds to do so, and Kat's going to help you with the instructions of going higher or lower with your next guess. Before we get you started, any questions?
Nope.
Rooting for you, Patty. We're going to start the clock when you give us your first guess. So clear your mind, take a deep breath, and from Key of St. Cloud and KCLD, good luck. Come get that money.
3,500.
Higher.
4,000.
Higher.
45.
Lower.
42.
Higher.
43.
Higher.
44.
Higher.
44. 50.
44.50 was the last legal guess. It was
44.55.
Damn. Damn.
Patty, $5 away from $4,500.
$5.
Oh.
My heart's beating really fast right now for you, Patty.
Yeah.
Maybe because you guys need some food.
Hey, morning. You got Cat and JJ up in the playhouse. What'd you guys do with the leftover? Did you give away all your candy, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
I dumped it. Our neighbors, the mom, Luinda, brought over her 2 girls that haven't been feeling well. And so they came over in their pajamas and they just opened up some pillowcases. And I was like, all right, you can have the rest. So I gave them like each a half a bucket.
Did you have any trick-or-treaters that just shouldn't have been there?
We had really good kids this year. Even we had a couple of sets of 4 teens that were riding around, and they were nice. They were very polite.
We had a young lady show up to our door with her daughter.
Yeah.
All right. Her daughter couldn't have been 3 or 4 years old. This young lady was dressed as a Crip gang member.
Oh, wow.
And she had a tattoo on her upper right breast as she wore a very low hanging shirt.
How old? Oh, it was a woman?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she held out the suitcase, and so did her daughter.
Oh, okay. So
they double dipped.
Nice.
And as she bent over to see her daughter's bucket, what was in my line of sight made me automatically grab a handful and put it into her basket without even thinking.
A little treat for her treats,
I
huh?
just was like, you're doing it right, lady. You are absolutely doing it right.
We had just a lot of show-offs in our neighborhood, and I don't really appreciate it. Like, I'd like a heads up, maybe like a couple days in advance. This is what we're putting together. There were mini cloth to-go bags that the elderly couple on the corner had filled with king-size candy bars. GAC. Do you remember GAC? Like the squishy Play-Doh stuff that would fart when you push it in. They had, what did they have? A hot cocoa mix and some cheese puffs. It was a goodie bag.
I was thinking about that last
time. I was so lame.
My grandma Fran used to always give out the goodie bags. She'd have 50 paper bags. And then she'd have one with my name on it, one with Jason's name on it, one with Shannon's name on it, like all the grandchildren. But she would hand them out to all the kids in the neighborhood. Each one would have an apple. Each one would have a pencil. And I think she'd put $2 bills in them.
What I would give for that time, you know?
She was retired.
Yeah.
She didn't have anything going on.
A really nice lawn, giving out Jell-O shots. Everyone's like, oh, the party's over here. I'm like, they're lame.
Let's begin now.
Yo, let's get it, guys. At 6:03, welcome to Cat's Friday.
Yes, it is my Friday, but it just seems like it's going to be impossible to get ready. I swear to God.
It is difficult to take radio vacation.
Well, I booked it 3 months ago, and I just looked at our itinerary yesterday, and I'm like, oh my God, we're going to have to wake up when it's still night out to get to the airport.
Not anything different for you. You just got to got to lead the pack. You know what I mean?
I don't know if guys understand. Like, as the mom and the planner of everything, like, it's exhausting to go on vacation with your family. As much fun as I know we're going to have, it's exhausting. People look to you to have all the answers and, like, keep things flowing.
What are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Cocoa Beach.
Ooh.
Like, yes, Universal is going to be fun. But, like, I'm not a total rides chick, you know? I'm going to fake it till I make it because my kid is really excited. Even if I have to go to the bushes and barf and get back on the roller coaster, I don't care. But I love road tripping with them because they're so fun. We have a lot of fun. And it's only like an hour to Cocoa Beach. And then we're going to find a crab boil. Like one of those bags.
Yeah.
And then you open up the bag and all the steam comes out. And then you crack crab until you die. Oh, I can't wait.
Just like a day at Cocoa Beach, you're just going to do sandcastles and jump in the ocean stuff?
Yes. And then we're going to do all the kitschy shops. And I think we're going to try Canaveral. I don't know yet. Cool. Just to say that he went and just to see the stuff. There's no rocket launch or anything like that. But they do have some fun places to go to.
So growing up, that was a little bit of a weird spot for me because Cape Canaveral was cool, and my dad had kind of different clearance. But when you get to Universal, my dad, when he got done being in the military, he was a hydraulic engineer, and his company does almost all of the back engineering for all the stuff at Universal Studios.
Oh, that's cool.
So anything that I remember, it was a big deal for him when they first got the contract because they had a Back to the Future ride, and they had a giant Jaws ride, and I'm sure they're probably gone by now. But we were able to go back and go behind the scenes and get into the machinery.
Yeah.
And look at how it all works. And people are going through the rides and this giant jaws would jump out at them. And I was seeing it from behind and how all the electronics and all the hydraulics works and stuff. That was very cool.
Have you ever seen the 1994 movie with Martin Short Clifford? Have you seen that movie? Oh, my God. His uncle did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He did all the behind the scenes. And so his whole life, he's obsessed with dinosaurs. And he's a little kid and he's cross-eyed. And he plays that little... it is so funny. You would love it. Most of us are in trouble then. Australian researchers have now discovered a bizarre yet scary potential link between picking your nose and Alzheimer's disease. Evidently, according to this doctor, Dr. McKay, every time you go to pick your nose, you're pushing bacteria up into your brain.
Once it's in the brain, then your brain, or this mouse's brain, creates a response, which are very similar to the response that we see in Alzheimer's disease. It could be that picking your nose or plucking your nose hair could enable this bacteria to get into your brain through your nose and then could be a trigger for Alzheimer's disease.
What I want to know is, what is the bacteria?
I want to know.
Is it common household bacteria? Is it something only found in sheep turds? I mean, what's the bacteria? That's what I should know.
I've never seen a mouse pick its nose, like ever. So
you gotta leave. You don't have to go home, but you have to leave now.
All right, maybe I'll leave with all my money. Get those champagne wishes, caviar dreams ready, because the Powerball for Wednesday is $1.2 billion.
Nobody won?
$1 billion.
Forgot to buy a ticket yesterday. Nobody won.
Nobody won, sir.
So Wednesday, tomorrow is $1.2 billion. So the take home has got to be like
$600 million. Just crazy. A Princeton man's muskie is officially a new record. The Minnesota DNR certified Eric Backey's 58.25-inch fish, which is the largest to have a catch and release in Minnesota. The last one was 57.25. How do you like to be that guy this morning? Somebody broke his record.
That's almost 5 feet of fish.
Looked delicious. Can you eat mosquito? Like, I've never seen it on a menu.
I think you can. I think you're supposed to throw them all back, I think.
Because they're icky to eat?
I think it's just because the population is so low.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think you're able to keep them.
I love that this video is resurfacing. It came out last year around angler season, and this girl sits there and rates photos of guys holding their fish up. Here we go.
This is one of the better fish that I've seen. It's long, it's shiny, it's translucent. It looks like a precious gem. I really like your fish. This one upset me. I don't think it was a flattering picture of you or of your fish. I wish you would have chosen a different angle. I like this fish a lot. Very long, very slender. I wish you'd put it back.
Kat just said that she feels like white trash for wearing Vikings gear on not a game day. Why do you feel that way?
I don't know.
I wear sports stuff all the time, and it's not game days.
I never see you wear Viking stuff. You wear St. John stuff or Cathedral football.
Well, here's the deal. I figure my kids are paying enough to go to those places. Therefore, I need to get more people to go to those places so the tuition goes down. That's how I
guess maybe you wear Cubs stuff.
I wear Cubs stuff a lot, but I have Vikings gear. You're right. I only wear it on game day.
I know.
I wouldn't feel white trash, though, if I wore it on a Tuesday.
I do. Maybe it's the purple. These are kind of trashy colors if you think about it. They're not like classic Buccaneer, like black and red.
Take a second and just review what you're saying.
Not everybody loves the purple. I'm very excited with how the team is playing. I'm just saying the colors are not my vibe. But I'm wearing it, and I don't know why. Like, I chose it out of my closet today. How weird.
You remember that our show originates in Minnesota here, right?
Yes, I do.
And almost every single person listening is a Vikings fan, right?
Almost.
I don't mind those guys. They help even out the herd a little bit.
I think people know what I'm talking about.
Need a little wackadoodle. I don't think it looks white trash.
You like it?
No, I didn't say I like it. I said I don't think it looks white trash.
Starting today, we have the St. Cloud winter parking restrictions going into effect. That means
it's going to be 70 degrees. Makes total sense. Good job, guys.
It's the timing. Means your car could get a ticket if it's on the wrong spot. So know the odd, even parking restrictions.
How about no tickets till there's snow on the ground and there's a reason for this? I get it. You got to put a calendar date on that. But everybody can look ahead 15 days and go, there's not going to be any significant snow till then. Park wherever the hell you want.
Do we know that? I don't know if you remember the blizzard of 91. They knew that was coming.
There's just no way of getting the word out. This is the stupidest thing. If you get a ticket because you park on the wrong side of the street today, shame on you. city government.
When's the last city hall meeting that you went to?
You are exploiting people who just aren't paying attention. That's not what our government's for.
You can't go on rants
crap.
without going to meetings and doing something about it.
I can because it's our show.
Parking rules are enforced from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. So
I dare you.
know.
I dare you to give me a ticket for something like this. I will make this a national scene.
Wow.
It's going to be 70
You're going to throw a tantrum because you're not following the odd even
70
rules?
70 degrees today. I got a spot for your odd even rule.
You have a responsibility.
No,
you understand
it's not my responsibility to park on the outside of the street because the city government. No. All
right.
Follow me into the depths of Avalon.
Put your arm down. All right. In sports, we have Tom Brady already speaking out. I don't know if you realize how fast this whole process has gone, but it's almost working out really well for this couple.
There's a lot of professionals in life that go through things that they deal with at work and they deal with at home. And obviously the good news is it's a very amicable situation, and I'm really focused on two things: taking care of my family and certainly my children, and secondly, doing the best job I can to win football games.
No slandering.
That's what professionals do.
No slandering, no talking terrible about your ex-spouse and the father and mother of your children. I think they're doing it right. All right, so this teenager, Mr. Bus. So she set up her video camera, of course, because she had to wake up her stepdad to bring her because she missed her bus yet again. And then she had to tell him this.
I forgot my backpack. There is no way in hell I'm turning this car around. Do you understand me? You better grab a rock and a chisel before you walk into that classroom, because that's what you're going to be using to take notes. You got to get your head out of your and instead of focusing on looking like a traffic cone in the morning, you should be worried about getting on the bus in time instead of waking me up to take your sorry to school at 6 a.m.
Brought her back.
Thank you.
Of course. Listen to that at the end. Oh, this is the best.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Let's say you come home today from work, and what was amazingly cool fall decor has suddenly transformed into the winter wonderland you thought you were going to be able to put together with your magnificent spouse.
So if Brent really wanted the feel, and that's what he loves about decorating with her, he should have said that. Not like, it almost sounds like he scolded her. Like,
these guys have been married for like
not.
20 years.
So what? That doesn't mean you can talk to somebody like that after 2 decades of being together.
So you've never just said something to your husband on the way out like, hey, don't touch that. I want to do this together.
No, it's like a mutual understanding.
So he's like, I want to make sure that we decorate not before Thanksgiving. I don't want to put the Christmas stuff up before Thanksgiving. So she thinks it's kind of funny. She's putting it all up today.
Derek's the decorator. I just literally show up to my house. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Every time the outside is his. I don't get any say, but he has great taste. And so I just leave it alone.
My wife knows the older I get, the less I want to get up on the 30-foot ladder. So she's been a little bit more accommodating with that by going, oh, man, if you just want to do the spindles outside, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll put up some wreaths and stuff like that. But my friend is going to come home from work today, and his home is going to be completely transformed. And she thinks it's kind of funny because he said, well, I don't want it this way until after Thanksgiving. She's like, I'm just going to do it all while he's at work. So my thought is, would this make you angry, Jeff? Would this kind of twerk you a little bit?
Kind of, because the way we did it is we always do it together, you know. It's setting up. It's like part of, we put on a little Christmas music already, and we had a good time because we both love getting gifts for each other. We love getting gifts and giving gifts. So we already have like stuff in our Amazon cart ready to go, and I'm excited.
It's so weird. Think about taking just that phrase and flashback even 10 years ago. If you would have heard somebody say, yeah, we love getting each other gifts, so we have stuff in our Amazon cart, they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about?
I love that you guys are so giving. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I love it. It's a good time to bond and just, you know. So that's why that'd be the only reason I'd be upset if he did it without.
So he has every right to come home today and be pretty pissed.
Yeah.
Do it yourself. If he doesn't want it up till Thanksgiving, a lot of people on our Facebook page are saying, go ahead and do it. Do it makes you happy. But I'm like, man, you're missing out on that chance to have a memory with somebody.
I just don't know why it's not a conversation. 20 years together and you can't communicate? Like what you should do?
Kids and everything like that. I mean, maybe he's just like, maybe it was in passing where he was like, hey, let's just wait till after Thanksgiving, okay? Bye. And then she's like, no, I'm going to put it up today.
Yeah. Everyone sounds really bossy.
It was months ago when we were doing some reconstruction here in the Playhouse studio, the main studio.
Wow, what a find.
And as we ripped back the walls, I was like, what is that? And we dusted it off, and suddenly a genie popped out of this odd-looking lamp. And so we made an agreement with the genie, and we said, could you come onto the show and grant wishes to our listeners? And our genie said, well, yeah, there's a little bit of a criteria here, though. You can't wish for more wishes.
Okay.
Can't wish for health. And you can't wish for wealth. So with that said...
I'm a genie in a bottle.
I grant you one wish. Choose wisely.
Kat, we're going to give you the first wish today. And I know you don't like to think of yourself first. You're a very selfless person. But to not make the genie mad. By the way, if you want a wish granted, you have to call us immediately. We're granting wishes this morning. What would your wish be, Kat?
Just to have a snatch body. Just like...
It's interesting use of words.
It's a real term, all right? It's not dirty. Flat tummy, no wing arms, more defined jawline. Okay. If you can't give me that, I would like healthy meals.
No, one.
Healthy meals ready for me every day, all day. That's how Kim K eats so well. She's a private chef, and it's just sitting on all she has to do is show up to the table.
So instead of just waking up tomorrow with a snatch body, you'd rather have private meals made? I would rather just wake up with the best body.
Yeah, that's true. I'll go with the first one.
All right. So if we're granting wishes this morning, it can't be health, wealth, or more wishes. What are you wishing for?
I'm a genie in a bottle.
I grant you one wish. Choose wisely.
The Playhouse Genie is granting wishes this morning. How's Sophia feeling?
She's good.
If we could grant Sophia one wish, courtesy of the Playhouse Genie, remember, it can't be health, wealth, or more wishes. What would it be?
I think she decided ice cream for every meal.
Oh,
what?
okay.
I love that wish. That's a killer wish.
Did you tell her teeth will fall out?
No, they won't.
Sure they will.
No, they won't. You can always get false teeth.
She's really good at brushing her teeth. So.
Sophia is... how old is Sophia, by the way?
She's 8.
Sophia, what kind of ice cream, if you could have it for every meal?
Ooh, what kind of ice cream, Sophia? Chocolate dream. Chocolate dream.
Wow, that's a girl who knows her ice cream. So,
that was quick.
Is there a favorite place that she goes for ice cream? Is she like a high-end Haagen-Dazs type of girl, or is the Kemp's okay?
Oh, we get it from Quick Trip. She's good with Quick Trip.
Quick Trip ice cream.
Hey, Sophia, did you know that when you turn 18, you can have ice cream whenever you want, and nobody can tell you no?
Only 10 years away.
She said, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's true.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff you can do legally when you're 18. If
you
want
can
to stay
vote.
If you want to stay on hold, I can tell you the really good ones, but I know that you've got to go. So, Sophia, understand that starting Monday, the genie said you can have ice cream for every meal. The genie said that's okay.
No.
He's going to grant your wish.
Go to school.
Yeah, we're late for school today, 20 minutes late.
Jeez,
that's all right. Life
20
happens.
minutes? Oh, my God.
Life happens.
That kid deserves ice cream if you're 20 minutes late. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great morning.
Thank you.
Take care. Candace, I'm assuming you're going to wish for a little bit more than ice cream, but if the Playhouse Genie said you could have anything you want, just can't be health, wealth, or more wishes, what would it be?
It would be some Viking tickets.
Oh, they're hot right now. And now you'd want to obviously have like 50-yard lines, something close to the field.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Do you like our colors? That was the question earlier. Do you like the purple and gold?
Kat's wearing purple on a Tuesday.
Or if you could choose other colors, what would they be?
I just stay with the purple and gold.
All right. I really like royal blue or like an emerald green. Those are my colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my emerald. That's mine is the emerald.
Good.
Right.
We're on the same page.
Here's what I heard. If you go to Vikings.com right now and enter in your credit card number, our genie said you can have any ticket you want.
Just like that.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy the game. Have a great day. Thanks, Candace. I appreciate it. I got time for one more wish. Genie's getting tired. Hello, young Dawson. How are you today?
Good.
How old are you, Dawson?
8.
Now, we had an 8-year-old on just previously, and her wish for our genie was ice cream for every single meal. What are you going to wish for? If the genie said you can have anything in the world, just can't be money or good health or more wishes, what would you want?
More wishes? I want a rare Pokemon card.
A rare Pokemon card? Which one is the rarest? If we could give you any one, what would it be?
A Mewtwo VMAX.
Okay.
That's what I was going to say.
Now, what makes that so good?
Because Mewtwo was the creator of Pokemon.
Okay.
Would you want it for its like money value or just that it would crush every other player?
It's because I'm a Pokemon collector and I have lots of binders. I want to complete them.
Gotcha. What's your best card? What's your favorite one?
My best card would probably be my Eternius VMAX.
Okay.
I'm hearing a lot of I, and me. So hopefully when you get the money from this card, you do something for someone else.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
You're lying because I wouldn't either. Keep that money.
It's all right, Dawson. Be
That's
generous.
your money. Don't give that away.
Go to school. Why aren't you at school?
Because I missed the bus, and then we heard you were giving out wishes.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.